Happy New Year. Geezer's back in town. Gosh just got back yesterday. So, back to business. Let's continue on with the format there. So, hopefully your tutors have actually shown you what the exam paper looks like. This is what it looks like. We're going to go through an old paper, and we're going to do activity 1 today, and obviously have a look at the format of the exam paper as well. So, without further ado, let's go kick some ass. Okay, my boys and girls, right. Do yourself a favour before you get back to college or school, wherever you're doing this exam. Make sure you've got the following equipment up here in your bag, ready to use. Let's put it this way: if you ain't got it, you're unlikely to get it lent to you by the tutors because you've had more than enough time to get sorted. So, pens. It says on the paper black. Okay, just stay with black. Pencils. Any pencil will do. Use 2H if you can find it. This will minimise smudging on your paper. Okay, so it keeps things nice and tidy. Rules, go for the 300mm rules. I did say 30 centimetres because we're supposed to be engineers, so it's 300 millimetres. Pencil sharpener, make sure you've got one of those that actually does sharpen your pencils. Erasers. Set squares, 30 degrees and 45 degrees protractor, compass with the pencil, make sure you've got that there, and a calculator. You should be able to buy a geometry set for about £2 or £3 from Asda's, Tesco's, wherever you shop. Okay, you should be able to find that. It might be on special offer, whatever it is. Just get yourself sorted on there. Just remember, your mobile phones are not even allowed anywhere near you, so they'll be put in your bag at the front of the classroom or wherever they lock them up. Okay, so get this stuff before you walk into the exam room. Do not embarrass yourself. Right, let's move on. Here's your front page. My lot have already seen these because I've showed them there. I'm hoping that your tutors actually showed you what the exam paper looks like, so you are familiar with the paperwork, as I say there. This is self-explanatory. Candidate surname in the top left-hand box, your first name in the other box, the centre number. If you don't know what your centre number is, you'll end up with I think it's an A5 or A6 piece of card with your name and all the other bits and pieces on there. The centre number will be printed on that. The learner registration number is the number that's on your card. Please do not use your student number. Okay, it's the Pearson's registration number for the BTEC exam that you're doing there. Don't get that wrong. Hopefully your tutor, when they collect your exam paper, when you're finished, they will check these details and make you correct any errors that are in there. Okay, super. So obviously you're going to look through here, read the instructions at the front page here. It's 60 marks up for grabs. Okay. It says here, advised, read each activity carefully before you start to answer it. Try to answer every activity. Check your answers if you have time at the end. I've got something there in your planning bit, which I'm going to do that, which is on the activity 1. Okay, beautiful stuff. Now, instructions to teachers and tutors, you don't need to read this. Just bypass that. And this second page, okay, this is what they're after. Instructions for learners. This is the important part here. You're already done task A. Your research notes should be on your desk waiting for you in your pack of information. Okay. You're not allowed to use any computers, mobile phones, internet, anything like that. Your research notes is all that you have. Excuse my blocked nose. I have got a bit of swamp fever, so I'm going to do as much as I can. The 5 activities is what you need to put for submission. So first bullet point that you see here is your planning bit. The second bullet point is interpretation and brief. The third one is your 3 concept designs. The fourth one is the big section. And the 5th one is the evaluation on there. All right. A fully completed authentication sheet must be also submitted. Any prepared research notes must not be submitted with the final outcomes to Pearson. Okay, so your research notes, take them away with you. Sorted. Please read through everything. Task A, this just reminds you about what task A is all about. This is what it is. We've worked on this step up work platform or whatever they call it. You took, hopefully when you do your real exam, you've got proper detailed notes on it. Now, if you've got detailed notes on it, you don't have to think. If you've got very sketchy, vague notes, you're going to have to push yourself through to get bits and bobs there. Now, the next page that you see here is all about the task information, what the client wants, the bullet points that are relevant that you have here. I'll go through this on activity 2. And all the bits and bobs, blah, 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 as you see there. How many did they want to make on this? These are made in work platform and manufactured in batches of thousands. So that's what you've got to make sure you're working with or working towards. Okay, as you see there. So I'm flashing through this quite quickly. It says this is work platform must. These are the bits and bobs that you're after. As long as you can show evidence that you've covered every part of this, you're going to be scored highly at the high end of the mark scheme. If you're very vague, you're going to be at the lower end or missing. You're going to end up with 0 marks. If you're doing with some of it, you're going to end up with the middle marks of it there. So I think it was 21 marks or something like that is your pass. Anything below that is a near pass. Anything sub below 10 is going to be a fail, I think. From 31, maybe you merit, and from 41 or 42 will be distinction there. So every point counts on this. This is the information of the test. As I said about table 1, we'll come back to this for activity 2. And this is a pass exam paper. They suggest times. Now, please try to remember this format, okay? Activity 1, 45 minutes. Activity 2, 45 minutes. If you look at the marks, they're only worth 6 marks. Activity 3, 1 hour 15 minutes is worth 9 marks. Activity 4 is worth 4 hours. That's half your marks. That's 30 marks up there. And activity 5, which is 1 hour 15 minutes, which is 9 marks. Now, I'm pretty sure you won't need, well, I'm pretty definitely sure that you won't need the full 4 hours on here. So you can steal some of this time to do other sections, okay? Now, if you are a slow drawer, okay, you may want more than 1 hour, 15 minutes. If you are fast, you want less than that. So we now need to create a timetable for this, as it says here. Activity 1, suggested time, 45 minutes. Now, it's not 45 minutes at the beginning of the exam. You blow 45 minutes away, you go, no. You're going to spend about 15 minutes to create the project time plan that you see highlighted there. And then you return back to this section as you go through, as it says here, draw the other activities, 2 to 5. You should also record in this activity 1 section of your task booklet why specific changes were made and add specific action points for next session. Okay, I'll explain that as we go through there. So this is activity 1 on your exam booklet. I'm going to show you how to do the project time plan in your task booklet, which goes on this page here. I'm going to draw it, put it up on the screen so you can see it for yourself. Here we go. So as you can see in this image there, I have produced a table. Now, you could use a Gantt chart if you want to, but that's only going to show you a couple of coloured boxes where this gives you a little information on what we're going to do at each part here. But what I've done is I've split the time up into what I'm going to use on each activity. So activity 1, which is the planning stage, any changes I need to record and what to do next. I've allotted 45 minutes for that. As you can see in my comments, it says draw planning sheet, record the changes, list to do next. That's all I need to do on that one there. 45 minutes. Do not spend 45 minutes at the beginning of the exam to do this part. You only need 15 minutes to draw the table only. You'll be returning to this to record any changes and to list what you need to do next on your next session. I do mine in 4 2-hour sessions, and students will get awarded 10 minutes left in the session, give them a chance to tidy up, cross the T's, dot the I's, before the first session ends. Because I've got a few of these videos here, you might want to subscribe to make sure you catch all the ones that go through. So every other day there will be one coming out. Let's get back to it. So activity 2 that you see on the table there, I put 40 to 50 minutes on that one there. It's that you need to answer all the bullet points there. Again, the next video will tell you what's needed in this part here. So activity 3 that you see here is where you produce the concept designs. It says 3 or 4. Okay, you have not got time to do 4 in this exam. Just work with 3. I've allotted myself 20 minutes for each design. That's to produce 3 of the concept designs. Don't forget, you need to annotate these in that there. More details will come up on that video when it comes up shortly. As you see there, activity 4 is develop proposal and documentation. This is where you have to do your engineering drawings. As you can see in the comments, submit content for each bullet point. They suggest that you work with 4 hours worth. I've truncated that, chopped it down to 180 minutes. So that's 3 hours worth. I need to take some of that time back just in case I need to use it somewhere else. Okay, if I do need the extra 60 minutes, I will use that on this section here. Activity 5 that you see here, the evaluation part. Again, I've given myself an hour. Okay, submit content to finish the last few bullet points. As you can see in the comments part, submit content to finish the last bullet points on that section there. This will be detailed in the final video that I produce out of this series there. Hopefully you're still with us. This last little bit that we're going to do here is that I've added an activity here, number 6. This is for the quality check. Give yourself 10-15 minutes to check through your work. Okay, there's nothing worse than you've missed something or something else you could have improved. This is the difference between that 1 or 2 points that you may need to get you up from a near pass to a pass, from a merit to a distinction and something like that. It's important that you do check your work. 10-15 minutes. So as you can see here, I have the first column of our planned, as they say, our planned time we're going to use, and then the second column is the actual time. So as you do each activity, you can actually write in there how long you took in each one. Now, if you look at here, the estimated total 410 minutes. You're allowed 480 minutes, which is your 8 hours. If I do need it, I've got 70 minutes spare. Okay, I can use it where I need it. Okay, it's important that I do have that spare time. It's important I have that spare time to use where I need it. It might be where I've overgone somewhere like interpreting brief. I might use another 20 minutes. I've got space for that to happen. Okay, so make sure you have that there. Hopefully you understand my rationale of where and why I've shared the time at each bit. Obviously, activity 4 needed the most time, but it doesn't need 4 hours. They suggest 4 hours. You will rush through parts. You will forget to do things and so on like that. That extra 60-70 minutes that I've shaved off here and there will give you some sort of saving grace to help you get extra time back for other sections. Okay, now some of you draw slow, so you might want to use an hour and a half or hour and 15 minutes for producing your range of concepts designs. You've got to save some time of suggested time from the old exam papers. I mean, 4 hours is a lot of time really to do section 4. A lot of you will rush that, so having some spare time to share out among other bits. Again, it's one of those things. There will be a clock in the room so you can check your time as you go along. You should have a 5 or 10 minute warning anyway towards the end of the 2-hour sessions that I do there. So once you've done that table, that's it for then. You should spend around about 15 minutes maximum doing that table. Just rattle through it. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit rough. You can make changes on it and all that business, so you say as it goes there. Then, now that part is done, you then move on to activity 2. Just get on with it. Activity 2 that you see here is going to be on our next video. So without further ado, this is where I'm going to hand you over to myself. So back to the human face now. That's only the planning stage on that one there. You can't do nothing else until you've actually done the other activities as well. So the second 2 bullet points that you see there, we'll tackle that as I go through the extra activities. Spend 15 minutes doing that table, detail it. You're going to have to go from memory here to sort out what times you're going to use on it. Just remember that you only want to be spending 15 minutes just banging the table out, put it on that paper, move on to this, move on to activity 2, interpreting the client brief. That's going to be on the next video. Thanks for watching. I shall see you in a couple of days time because I've got to record and edit. Ciao for now. See you in a bit.